So now I'm going to teach you an exercise where we can apply all three concepts that we talked about. Our front fulcrum, our American grip, and our downstrokes and legato strokes. So this exercise is 4 measures long, and it's pretty easy. On the first measure, you're going to play on beat 1. For example, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the second measure, you're going to play on beat 2, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you take a guess on measure 3, you're going to play on beat 3, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then take a wild guess on the last measure, you're going to play on beat 4, because it's the 4th measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all together it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And right there I switched over to my other hand, to my left hand. So I started with my right, and then you do the same thing with your left hand. When you get to the 4th measure with your left hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, you'll have your turnaround back to your right hand. So all together, you do 4 measures with the right hand, and then you do 4 measures with your left hand, and then we have our downbeat. So let's try this real quick, counting out loud and playing at the same time. This will be our tempo. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And we're done. This exercise is called Jedi 8s, and I'll probably explain that name in the future, why it's called Jedi 8s. So I want you to notice when we're playing these Jedi 8s, you want to make sure that whatever stroke we're doing, it's consistent. So if you notice right then and there, I was using a downstroke. We could do the exact same exercise with the legato stroke as well. Remember, for the legato stroke, we're going to start up, and we should end up. So this is what it would look like with the legato strokes. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And if you notice right there, I did make a mistake with my right hand. I played on beat 4 2 times. So I'd have to go back and do that again to see if I can master it. So right now, I would like for you to take a chance and count out loud and see if you can do this exercise. If you think it's really easy, you could speed it up faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. There's so many tempos that you can take it at. Before we move on with this exercise, I want you to take a few minutes right now and see if you can do this. So you're just counting to 4, and remember on every measure, you're playing with that beat. So you just finished going through Jedi 8s on your own. And remember, you can always do 2 different stroke types. You can always do your downstrokes version, and you can do your legato stroke version of it. For right now, let's focus on our downstroke version. We're going to start introducing our metronome. And right now I have my metronome set to 90 beats per minute with 8th notes on. And I want you to play along with me this time. The 8th notes are going to make sure we're right on time. And as I play this, I'm also tapping my foot. My foot is going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, right with those 8th notes. So whenever your foot goes down, that's when you should be playing your downstroke with it. So here we go. Let's try this together. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And we're done with one set of Jedi 8s. Now it's important when you're playing, you're always trying to make sure you have that same sound quality from every downstroke. So it doesn't matter if the downstroke is on beat 1, if the downstroke is on beat 4, any downstroke should always sound the same if you have your good technique going on. That's why it's so important that we have our fulcrum set, our front fulcrum, we have our grip set, and we're using the correct technique for whatever sound we're trying to get. So now we're going to speed this up to 110, and we're only going to use quarter notes. Just try your best. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So I want you to notice as we play Jedi 8s, we do have a little prep going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So on the upbeat of 1, we're bringing our stick up, getting ready to play it for the downbeat of 2. Same thing on measure 3. 1, 2, upbeat, then we're bringing it down for 3. 1, 2, tay, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Whatever counting method you're doing. So with Jedi 8s, it's a very simple exercise in the concept of it, but it can be pretty challenging when you're actually applying it. You need to be honest with yourself. Does every stroke that you're playing sound the same? Or are some, for example, is your right hand stronger than your left hand? Or is your left hand louder than your right hand? You want to make sure, regardless of the hand or what beat you're playing it on, your strokes sound the same. So make sure for Jedi 8s, you're practicing both downstroke versions and also upstroke versions. Our legato stroke version, where we're bouncing the stick up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if it's easy just to turn on your metronome and play along to it. If you're getting bored with that and you feel that honestly deep down inside you have your strokes down and everything's sounding good, you can always increase the speed and see how fast can you play Jedi 8s with that good sound quality. Everybody always has a breaking point where we start suffering in our sound quality and we need to go back and dive back in with some practice. If you're ready to make Jedi 8s a little bit more challenging, make sure you're counting all the beats as you play it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. If you feel comfortable with that, do that with the metronome on. And remember, if you're starting to put the metronome too fast and you feel like you just can't keep up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and you make a mistake, you might be going too fast. So Jedi 8s is really cool because it's pretty easy in the concept. Anybody can count to 4, and it's easy just to play on a beat. But how consistent can you do it? Can you go through an entire cycle without messing up? That means right hand and left hand. So there's so many ways to make this even more challenging. The next step, if you're able to have a metronome that turns off the beat. So for example, you only get one sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See if you can count it out loud like that. Once you feel comfortable counting, I want you to play along to it, kind of like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. To see if you can play right on time without having every single beat given to you. I also like to do it where you get beat 1 and beat 3. So it's up to you to make sure beat 2 and 4 are in time. For example, like this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then you would continue with your left hand. I want to thank you all again for joining me on our first lesson. Remember, this Jedi 8s exercise can be played on any percussion instrument. If you don't have an instrument with you, you can even just clap along to it. Remember the 3 things we talked about: our fulcrum, making sure we have that good point of contact, that front fulcrum. We talked about our grip. We're using our American grip, nice and relaxed. And we talked about 2 different stroke types, our downstrokes and our legato strokes. Have fun with this one.